Good morning, everybody. It's been a while since my last video, but I've decided to, pick and choose my content, pick and choose it wisely, I guess what I want to talk about. And today we're going to talk more about a TikTok. Again, could you believe it? I found another TikTok that it just I had to comment on it, and you all know who I am, the people that watch these. I like commenting and I like rage baiting the diehard blue collar workers. And I can, because I myself work a blue collar job. I'm not above it, I'm not below it. We're all the same. I just don't find myself quirky and unique for doing something that the majority of people in the world do. So yesterday, I was scrolling TikTok and I came across this masterpiece right here. And so it's basically just, just driving, right? Just driving. And it says, my boyfriend is such a hard worker. He works 40 hours a week. Me? What does he do after Wednesday? Now, before we discuss the comment section, because you can clearly see I commented right there, we have to do a deep dive into the profile that posted this. So here we have the profile. It's a profile by the name of, the name on the profile is That POS, and I think we all know what that stands for. At least he's self-aware. The username, Work Boots and Faith. Now, before we get into this, I'm going to break down this profile, and I'm going to show you guys how to identify a fake TikTok cowboy. And the claims can be backed up by some comments he left in the comment section, and I'm going to show those later on in the video because I believe they are it's important context to, back up my claims of fake TikTok cowboy. So here we are back on the profile. And here are some key things to look for while identifying a fake TikTok cowboy. So first off, he doesn't have himself as his profile picture. He's probably very self-conscious of the way he looks. And that's part of why he has the fake TikTok cowboy persona going on. He's scared to really truly be himself. He finds it as like a niche thing, like, oh, people are going to like this because I'm this, and that, blah, blah, blah. So we'll start. No real name, right? Scared to really show who he is. Obviously, the username Work Boots and Faith. You're not a cowboy unless you believe, and we're going to put a hard emphasis on believe in God. Now let's go to the bio. Little faith and a pair of working boots. Christ is king, right? And that's a key for these people. Now, I'm not going to dismiss the Christ is king part, right? Because obviously I grew up in a non-denominational Christian home. So those beliefs are in me, even though I don't necessarily whatever, but I'm not stupid. Okay, I know that's all real and I'm not denying it. I personally have been burned by myself for denying it before in the past, so I can't fault that. But it seems to be a trend, and I'm going to just straight up start calling people out in a little bit. So you're not a real cowboy, right? Unless you believe in God or have like a Bible verse or some BS in your Bible or in your bio, excuse me. That seems to be a common trend. Usually they aren't living for Jesus. Those of you that know, these people just kind of throw it out there and they want to appeal quirky and unique and special for having faith, and it's really it's fake, right? They don't mean it. They're not living it day to day. They don't care. They just throw it in there just for shits and giggles, just because. So let's break down some of these videos, right? Had to pay the guy to throw her because couldn't have her riding it looking sexy. A true Christian man would not post this. That's sexualization of a woman. That's not good. But he's posting it for the comments, right? And again, being in a relationship, you shouldn't be doing this. Me seeing a good man defending this, no need to worry about that. You would have been fine, my guy. This guy's cooking him right there, which is funny. Just garbage like that. The fake TikTok cowboy part, if we scroll down. So this is the genius behind the videos right here. You could see, he looks like a normal guy, but he's a loser. When you did 30 hours in jail, so now you can sing this song with your soul. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get copyright struck. The wife and kids, that's okay. That is something to be proud of as a man. Jesus is king. So I made a video about this, the people that proposed on top of the whatever. This video didn't really do so well for him, only 8 likes. I wish that's what it really said, blah, blah, blah. I do too. Would have been awesome seeing. This guy does not care about this, and I would be willing to bet that, going out on a limb, he does not live his life every day for Christ. Vent to me so I can learn how to manipulate properly. Now, I don't know about you, but manipulation seems like it doesn't really align with Christian values as a man, right? You don't want to be manipulating anybody. If it's your friends, your friends, your acquaintances, your spouse, random people you meet, you don't really want to manipulate them. That doesn't seem like something that a Christian, God-loving man for Jesus does. So now it's time to break down the comment section that made me choose to make this video. And we're going to start with my comment. And I can't make this, I don't know if I can kind of make these comments a little bigger here. There we go. I started, and I always start with the blue collar isn't a flex, and it's not. He responds and he says, yeah, it is. I respond and says, no, it's not. Uneducated people work blue collar. Now, again, I have to stress, I work blue collar. I am purely rage baiting these people because it's fun. They squirm and they get all uncomfortable because you're not thinking they're quirky and unique, right? You're hurting their feelings when you're saying this. A couple people get mad. I'm not going to say it's a flex, blah, blah, blah. I said the rage bait is still unpatched. He thought that was funny. He liked it. They start defending, and we're going to find the comments that, okay, right here. So he starts with this. As a blue-collar worker, have you seen any woman say, I want one of those hard-working office men? Probably not. Those women be liking for that hard-working blue-collar man with dirty clothes and rough hands. So it's a flex. No, it's not. And let's see. Here we go. This is the comment right here. We're gonna observe this one right here. Well, this uneducated person can do your job with an AI app. I also don't need to require my woman to work. Also, no woman got put in the mood, I'll say, for Jamie Dutton. It was for the blue-collar cowboy, so it's a flex. I said, tell AI to make a workout plan for your woman so she can lose some weight. I don't think he picked up on that. I also said, you're comparing real life to a TV show. Take it easy, fake cowboy. We got some people defending him. I told him, you just keep posting your gaming clips. This guy likes to post gaming clips. You'll make it someday. This guy says again, I can do your job with AI. A really good comeback from the fake TikTok cowboy. The comments talking about Yellowstone. Holy shit. And we're going to read that again, and then we're going to talk about it. Well, this uneducated person can do your job with an AI app. I also don't need to require my woman to work. Also, this guy has such poor pronunciation, too. Also, no woman got turned on for Jamie Dutton, who was a lawyer in the TV show. It was for the blue-collar cowboy, so a flex. I have straight-up family members, and that's all I'm going to say, that try to live the Yellowstone life, and that is a terrible thing to do. I've said it many times, there are no cowboys, there are no ranches in the state of Wisconsin. If you deal with horses, you're a horse trader. If you get all about them, you're an equiner, right? You're into the equine. You know, you care about the horse's rights, and you care about just stupid stuff like that. I guess if you're in the scene and you know what I'm talking about, you know. The fake cowboy pandemic is a terrible thing. If you're an adult and you're watching this and your kids all of a sudden want to be cowboys and you live in an apartment complex, stop that right now. This man that posted these videos is living his life in a line with thinking that people want what's on a TV show, which isn't the real world. It is a thing around here where you're a cowboy and you listen to any country song, and I'll say again, country music promotes alcoholism, adultery, a lot of other bad things, and you know they throw God in there because they think it makes it okay, and it is not. If you listen to the lyrics of any new country song, usually there's something about drinking, there's something about adultery, which, you know, in the case of the country music would be he cheated on her, she cheated on him, either or, went to a bar, they decided to drink their sorrows away. Maybe they hooked up with somebody across the bar is a popular topic in country songs, and so on and so forth. This shit's gotta stop. You're not special and you're not unique for going to work every day and doing something that I assure you, all my neighbors I'm looking outside right now do. I do. My friends do. I work at a paper mill. I have friends that do HVAC. I have friends that do electrical work. I have other friends in the paper industry. Just going to work and working a normal job. That doesn't make you unique. That doesn't make you special. You're just working. And that shouldn't be your whole identity, because the people that cling to that and like, okay, like if I started making videos about, oh my God, like if you don't go work 12-hour shifts, you're not working. To me, I want to do, and this should be anybody, you want to do the least amount of work possible, so you have the most, you want to do the least amount of work possible to make the highest earnings you possibly can, so you have time off to enjoy your money, the money you've made, the things you like. And, you know, maybe you took some of that money you made and you bought property. You bought a four-wheeler. You bought a lake house. And you want to take that time and go spend it. These people that brag that I'm working 110 hours a week and I made this much money. Well, that's great. But you don't have any time to take off and enjoy for yourself. So they turn that around and they twist and they manipulate that thing into, well, you know, I'm stuck here. It sucks. I have to do all this. So I'm just going to make that my identity and think it's okay. I mean, I guess that's fine. There's nothing wrong with hard work. There's nothing wrong with going and providing. But I mean, it's not a flex at all. And clearly, just from that comment, no woman got attracted to Jamie Dutton. It was for the blue collar cowboy. That's a TV show. That is fake. That is not real life, right? Like, you go out to some of those actual ranches, and that's actually hard work, and that's actually something somebody else does. If you go sit and you just do your job, you're not living that out. So I don't know. I kind of lost where I'm going with this because it's just, this shit hurts my brain to think about. But it's just so, right? Like the kids say, it's so, like this is just so, So I don't know. These people need to be picked on. It's funny to pick on them. It's funny to rage bait them and make them comment stupid stuff like this because a grown man, this guy is older than me, and I just turned 29. I know I look young. I just turned 29 the other day. But this is a grown man comparing real life to a TV show. It's just a TV show. You're not a cowboy. You're not ranching. You can dress however you want, and you're not a cowboy. Some of the realest men I know are not any. You can throw the cowboy shit right in the garbage because that ain't it. And on top of that, throwing God randomly into everything, I think is just defacing his name because you're putting a bad image on it. So that's something to think about for these people. And that's something to think about for you if you're watching. Don't fall for it. Don't let them think they're special. Don't let them think you're unique. If you have young kids that work, praise them for their work ethic. Okay? Because that's good. It is good to have a good work ethic. You want your children to have a good work ethic, but you don't want the work ethic to be their whole identity, if that makes sense, because everybody is into different things. I work with guys that like to hunt. I work with guys that like to fish. I work with guys that like to game. I myself, I like to do technology. I like to watch tech videos. And you can't be afraid to bottle that up and think, oh, well, if I'm my true self and I come out and if I don't like your typical blue collar things, like working, that's it. I'm not going to fit in, which is a lie. And that's the same for the truck people. Your vehicle isn't your identity. You are not your vehicle. Anybody with a decent credit score can go get your exact truck you're driving right now. The working 110 hours a week means nothing on how you got your stuff. It's all, living within your means. And a lot of these people, maybe I can make a video on that. A lot of these people don't live within their means. So yeah, irritating to see. I encourage rage baiting these people. It's hilarious to get the reactions on stuff like this because they start talking stupid, like comparing real life to a TV show that's on Paramount Plus. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I got. It's raining here. I'm actually on vacation from work, so I'm going to get some stuff done around my apartment. But I woke up. I was going to make this video last night, but I went to the fair, spent that with my niece and my sister, brother-in-law, and my mother. Watched them truck and tractor pulls. Yeah. And yeah, this is the most, one of the most, I'll pull his profile back up quick. This is one of the most pathetic, fake, yeehaw, TikTok cowboys that I have ever seen on TikTok, and the comments back it up. So yeah, everybody, I just go flame this guy. It's funny. But yeah, that's all I got. As always, you have any things you want me to talk about or you think that would make me get riled up like this, leave them in the comment section. I appreciate the subs. I appreciate the people that come back and watch this, comment, and hopefully we can boost the algorithm. So yeah, that's about it. As always, be safe, don't drink and drive. And that's about it. See ya.